Chairman Moody, as I read the amendment, this is the striking the enacting clause. Is that my recollection? Or
Yes, sir, that's correct.
okay, so let's walk through that, the net effect, because under the bill, as drafted, HB4, just so the public knows, HB4 creates state offenses for already established federal immigration offenses. Is that correct?
It does, and then more.
Okay. And it also authorizes any state or local police officer to enforce those immigration offenses in the bill. Is that?
It does. It does, and affords them the opportunity to make a decision on their own, like their judge, jury, and executioner.
At a stop.
At a stop.
Okay. HB4 creates state offenses for illegal entry from a foreign nation and re-entry by certain non-citizens. Is that your understanding?
That's correct.
Okay. Under HB4, it's also a Class B misdemeanor to enter the state from a foreign nation from anywhere other than a lawful port of entry. Is that also the text of the bill? Is that not true?
Yes, that is the way it's constructed.
Okay. And let me go a step further. A second illegal entry is a state jail felony. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
HB4 also makes it a Class A misdemeanor for illegal re-entry by a quote-unquote alien or non-citizen. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And it also denies admissions to those that may or may not be deported from the U.S. or have been deported from the U.S. Is that not true?
That's correct.
Okay. HB4 also authorizes a peace officer to transport persons detained for, again, illegal entry to a port of entry and order them to return to their foreign nation that they come from.
Yes.
Is that you understand it?
And in my opinion, in gross violation of any concepts of due process. I've heard the term due process a lot from a lot of people that I don't think know what it means. This is what is zero due process.
And it also, for refusing to comply with the order, it's a second-degree felony.
Yes, so we're giving that power to the officer to make that decision in lieu of arrest. By the way, I think we're encouraging them to do it. Instead of taking someone to their local jail, they're going to say, well, why book up my local jail? I have the authority to take this person straight to a port of entry and kick them out myself. And if they don't listen to me, I'm going to rack them up for another charge.
Okay. And lastly, finally, I'll end my point here. So lastly, HB4 directs state and local governments to indemnify, to your point at the end, to indemnify or pay damages for officials enforcing the bill's provisions in good faith. Is that your understanding?
It does in two different ways. It has civil indemnification and criminal indemnification, which means if you commit a crime and are charged with it, ostensibly enforcing this unconstitutional law, we're going to have your back as taxpayers. We're going to pay for your defense team. Nowhere in our law do we make determinations like that on anything other than indigency. But in this case, we're telling people and incentivizing them to not care about how they violate people's civil and human rights. Because in the end, we will take care of the financial bill and put that on the backs of taxpayers. That is unconscionable that we have that here. And in the realm of criminal law, it is absolutely unheard of.
Thank you.
Gentleman's time has expired.